I just want to apologize for last video for implying that reptilians were our overlords. I did not mean it one bit. It is completely false and it's just not true. Reptilians do not exist. Do not worry about them, and just, they're not real. But we're gonna start off with uh, this is part two of the conspiracy theory tier list. Just wanted to say one last time, reptilians are not real. We're going to start off with industry plants. Industry plants, people believe them because some people just pop out of nowhere, which it's realistic, but you know, it's just not true, honestly. The main guy people are talking about right now is Timothy Chalamet. Um, he's just a very good actor. I don't know what to say. Other people bring up is like Billie Eilish, which she's an emo girl. She's gonna get popular in that time period, especially. And honestly, the only person who's an industry plant is Drake, because there's no way he made it himself. He sucks. I'm gonna put in I don't know, because I can't 100% deny it, but it's just not true, in my opinion. Next up, we're gonna be doing whistleblowers being filtered, not and some being silenced. Uh, it basically means that some whistleblowers are, you know, killed, and then some are let go forward with some information that's not nearly as important. Which, notice how all the big companies never have whistleblowers except for Boeing, because like God knows what they're doing. They're obviously not fixing their planes. Uh, I just I kind of understand where they're coming through, but this one's just I don't know either, because honestly, I think if like it's the government, they're just gonna kill you. It's that simple. And if it's like Disney, they're gonna kill you probably. But I just maybe some are able to go forward, but I don't think it's a popular thing. I think if you're a whistleblower for most companies, they're just gonna kill you. Next up, we're gonna do Bigfoot. Bigfoot's probably the most recognizable conspiracy theory ever, but honestly, I just think he was real at one point. There's no chance he wasn't. Uh, Bigfoot is literally just probably a evolved, slightly bigger version of a monkey. Yeah. Have we talked about maybe Bigfoot just being a gorilla, a little slimmer gorilla, hit the gym a little bit? I I believe it. Next up, we're gonna do cities being designed to reduce human interaction, and when you actually think about it, it's horrifying. But also, if you think about it, it's true. In the country, you know your neighbors, even though you're miles apart. But in the cities, you live next door and you've never talked to them in your life. It's Think about it, like genuinely, it makes no sense. And it's because you commute to work, then you get home after work, you're tired, you go get food delivery, which is another part. You don't have to talk to anyone at the store, don't have to check out, you just get it delivered to your house, then you go to sleep, and then you go back to work. It's just an endless cycle of you not talking to anyone except for people online and your friends already. So I'm gonna put this in I believe, because I genuinely believe this is true. Next, we're gonna go to the stupidest thing I think I've ever heard. Birds are government drones. This has got to be the government poisoning the well, because there's no way people actually came up with this themselves. This it's just so unbelievably stupid that it's funny. Like, I legitimately love this conspiracy because of the people who are like obviously joking. They make like, yeah, actually the birds, they charge themselves on power lines. That's why they're always there. Like, how could you come up with that? That's perfect. It's genuinely perfect. But honestly, now that I look at it, that is something the government would probably do. Because they had that one experiment where they put a mic and stuff into a cat and they sent it in. They were gonna send it in Russia, but it ended up getting ran over as soon as they let it out. That poor cat. But if you genuinely believe this, just you need help. You're wasting my time. Next up, we're gonna do time travelers are real. There's no way to know. Genuinely, I mean, like, there's some, like, kind of proof out there where some people predicted shit as wild, or, like, they just disappeared off the face of the earth, but we don't know what happened there. I mean, I feel like if that was real, the government would cover it up. So, in my opinion, either the government knows about time travelers, or they've never existed. They never will exist. But I think the guy just had drip, honestly. Look at this guy. Because I can see the argument, because either the government knows, but I'm not in the government, of course. Um, yeah, I can see the argument. Not in the government, though. Next up, we're going to do humans being farmed for energy. You could take this either one of two ways, which either your Warhammer getting farmed for energy, or you're like Rick and Morty getting farmed for energy. Like us texting is powering some dude's fucking car. Uh, no. If you're gonna be honest about this, it's just you're wasting my time. I think there's a 0% chance that's real because like simulation theory might be real, but I'd kill myself if I ever figured out I was powering some guy's gaming PC immediately. Just gone, my head's blown off. Kind of like this next guy on the list, which is JFK's assassination. I could be convinced. Genuinely, there's nothing that makes me not be convinced because of what happened to MLK, which I will talk about MLK after him for a second. But yeah, I think there's a higher chance of him getting killed by the government than him not, which is kind of weird to say. Whether it's the magic bullet theory or the fact that he, most people think he was shot from the front if you actually watch the video. And a lot of witnesses there actually said that it was somewhere else and it wasn't him, Lee Harvey Oswald, that killed him. And plus the fact that Lee Harvey Oswald, he got assassinated, like, that's just weird. If you look into it, you'll see some patterns that you won't be able to unsee. I'm just saying. But MLK, dude. MLK was just killed by the CIA. Whether it be MLK's family arguing with the government saying that the guy who killed him didn't kill him, and they actually visited and wrote his murderer, multiple times, saying he didn't do it, you know. And then there's the fact that the CIA literally posed as a black man and wrote MLK saying you should be embarrassed. You're embarrassing the black community. And they told him to kill himself. Like, what kind of shit is that? Now, if this was MLK getting assassinated by the government, S tier, I believe. Last but not least, we're gonna go with the chemicals in the water turning to the frogs guy. This is just true. It's been proven. Alex Jones is spitting. You guys need to watch Alex Jones. Everyone thinks he's crazy, but 10, 20 years later, he's always proven right. He's always proven right. Except for Sandy Hook. Please don't bring that up. But Alex Jones, I believe anything he says 99% of the time, with one exception, you know. But that'll be all, guys. Have a good day. And just one last time, reptilians do not control us all.